Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Simplicity Trading. Again, today is the 6th of August, 2023. 2 days ago on Friday, we had yet another non-farm news released on Friday, the 4th of August, and waited for market to settle down before we decided that we have a trade. So we're coming here to show the parameters of trade 004 before it triggers. As you know, we are on a mission, and our mission, if I could drag this away, the purpose of this channel is to find out if futures of forex trading is profitable over time, if a structured approach is applied repeatedly and consistently. So I am documenting a number of trades over the next 12 months using a dummy account. So again, we'll also like to know the following. Is it really possible to trade in our spare time? What sort of return on investment is possible? Does it compare with traditional investments? Do I have to be glued to my computer in order to trade successfully? Can I replace my day job income by trading? Must I trade every day in order to be successful? Must I trade several instruments in order to be successful? Or do I have to learn all sorts of charting indicators in order to be successful? So for each trade, we will show you the trade setup in real time before the orders are triggered, the final outcome of the trade. For each trade again, there can be only one of three outcomes once the trade is set up. Either the orders are triggered and trade is stopped out for a loss, or the orders are triggered and trade closes for a profit, or the orders are not triggered by the good till date period and deleted. The strategy I'll be documenting is based around trading off the non-farm employment change news released by the US every month, like I said earlier, usually on the first or second Friday of each month. So hopefully there will be a trade to execute every month. If you like the sound of it, spread the news, come and follow me on the journey, and don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe for updates. But before we proceed, let's have a look at my disclaimer. Essentially, there it is at the last paragraph at the bottom there. It says all persons who choose to acquire or use any of Dr. Simplicity Trading book, manual, or videos to do so at their own risk. But they are encouraged to discuss with an appropriately licensed financial market advisor regarding the suitability of trading or of any particular trading strategy. Again, a must read. Again, at the bottom there, the last paragraph, last two paragraphs. Dr. Simplicity Trading does not claim to be a financial expert or claim to be an expert in futures for forex trading. This presentation is published as a personal memoir exercise and should not be relied upon for the purposes of trading the market. It's that simple. So we're going to go back to our fourth trade setup, which we have on the screen there. As it says, trade 004 before order triggers. And great. So here is the setup. We think we have a possible opportunity to go long here on this violet. Is that violet? Is that blue line? Okay. So on Friday, the market closed up here. Our expectation is that the market will track down over the next couple of weeks or thereabout, or sooner than that, to that area to trigger our order. And our expectation is that it will then move up to profit. Our profit being the yellow line here. Okay, if you just stretch that there. So that's our profit line. If it doesn't do that, market will track even lower and we will take it out at a red line here. Okay, so we stretch that red line Once that's where we'll be taking out for a loss, as we have already said in our expectations. Yes, either one of three things will happen. Once we have this set up. So there it is. Again, we have our entry buy on that violet or blue line, if you want to call it blue line. And it's at a level of 1.2658. Our stop loss is set at minus 26 points. And our target is set at 48 points. And the good till date is the 25th of August. Basically 2 weeks, from the day of the non-farm news. If the order doesn't trigger, we will be deleting the order. Great. To put it in better perspective, if I can pull down my chart a little bit so I can summarize that. Yeah, that's it. That's my summary there. Great. Starting capital is 9701. How did we arrive at that? Let's take a look at our record sheet. Our record sheet is up here now. You can see we've had 2 or 3 trades so far. The first one was in May, which was a losing trade. Second was in June, which was also a losing trade. And the third one was in July, which was a winning trade. And we started with an initial starting deposit of 10,000 pounds. Remember, it is all dummy account. And so therefore, if you subtract and add all together, total all that together, currently we have a loss, a net loss of minus 298.3 sterling. Therefore, our balance as at the end of the third trade, our balance came to 9701.7. So that's how we've arrived at this figure of starting capital of 9701. So our trade zone, we know it's already been set up 1.2658 and a loss of minus 26 or a profit of 48, which is what we're looking for. We've calculated our risk per point to be 18.65, simply because our total risk on this trade cannot exceed 5% of our starting capital. So if you calculate that, it comes to roughly 485 sterling, and divide that simply by the number of points we intend to lose if the trade doesn't go in our favor. So that's how we've arrived at a risk per point of 18.65. And if you multiply that by the points we wish to take in profit, if it goes our way, the profit target, proposed profit targets, will be £895.20. Therefore, our risk to reward ratio is 1 to 1.84 on this occasion. Great. Essentially, that is it. And all we have to do now is wait for market to open. Market will open later on tonight at 11 p.m. UK time. And we'll see how these pans out. We will come back to report to you once the order has been triggered and the outcome is obvious, or if in roughly 2 weeks' time, by the 25th of August, the order hasn't been triggered, we will come back to update you. Essentially to say we are taking the order off. Until then, it's bye from me. Do have a fantastic week ahead. Be good as usual. It's Dr. Simplicity Trading signing off, and bye for now. Thanks for watching.